Hey, good morning everybody. It is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Happy Monday to everybody. I was pleasantly surprised when I drove in this morning and saw our Sandhill Cranes back. That's what we're looking at here. I believe Gail or somebody's named them Fred and Ethel, but they show up every single year and they're pretty far away from me right now, but if they were right next to me, they are huge. They are probably taller than I am. And I was really excited. I think I might have mentioned this, but I saw them clear as day yesterday or the day before when I was here last. Anyway, my red-shoulder hawk that I've been seeing for the last few years that like constantly hangs around and I see him almost every morning. I'm pretty sure he has a new girlfriend or a wife because there is a smaller one that is with him all the time now. And then I saw a baby out at rehab, so I'm wondering if we've got a family starting here, which is pretty cool. I see Miss Amanda up here. And Miss Aria. Amanda's farther back. Aria's up on her little throne. Did you get breakfast yet? Not yet? So Amanda's the one walking up from further back. And Aria's just up on her den. My guess is they're still waiting on breakfast. Hi! You guys are being very patient. It is a pretty gloomy, dreary day, and it's quite humid, so I'm pretty sure the rain chances that I saw in our forecast are going to happen. That's Amanda's Christmas tree right there on the other side of the platform. I don't know if it was set up or if it was put on the platform and then she knocked it over, or if she's interacted with it at all. Roxandra, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Kicking us off on a great start on a Monday morning. I mentioned it yesterday in my live. Probably one of the things I've felt the most guilty about not doing lives is because my lives bring in donations for the cats, and I feel like I'm the connection to these cats for a lot of you, and I just felt terrible about that. So it is good to be back. Aria, you got an itch? I don't want to get any closer because you'll think I'm going to feed you, and I'm not a feeder today. And Suzanne Neal, thank you very much for that donation. We just got started, so we just saw our Sandhill Cranes and a little glimpse of Amanda and Aria while they wait on breakfast. Yeah, it was actually drizzling when I was at home, and then as I made my way across the bridge and over here, it actually started to look a little bit brighter in the sky, but now it's definitely getting darker by the moment here. So I'm sure that'll bring back some cooler temperatures too. Aria's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and get as close to feeding lockout as I can. Max is laying in a feeding lockout. And it's one that we don't even use. You are ridiculous. 2.5 acres and you are in a feeding lockout. Max Tiger, you guys know, has been on vacation. Thank you, Rita, for the donation. And in vacation rotation, back when we had the 3 Texas Tigers, Amanda's our last one from that group, there were 3 feeding lockouts, but we don't use this one, but it's still open. Did you put yourself in timeout? My very goodness. He has 2.5 acres to roam, and he is laying in an unused feeding lockout because it's probably the closest he can get to see when the feeder is going to come around the corner. Over on the other side there is where 2 actual feeding lockouts are. Have you been enjoying your time out there though? Yeah, I think you really come alive when you get out there. It's because he can get really far away from all of us. So if you guys have been watching him, hopefully you've gotten some cute videos and photos. I know he's very active out there. But you can watch him if you go to bigcatcams.com. There's a whole list of all of our live cameras that are all over property. And that's the saddest picture I've ever seen. People that pop in right now are not going to understand what they're seeing. This is the problem we have. We can have all the space and all the fresh water and all the things for these cats, but when they lay in a spot like that, nobody notices. They have all that room out there behind them. And he's got 2 other water bowls and a lake, but he's laying by the one water bowl we don't fill. We always leave that one empty and down like that because it's actually kind of complicated to get a hose over here. And as I mentioned, we only ever used this lockout when all 3 of the Texas tigers were on vacation. So goofy. Thank you very much for sharing. And again, thank you to the 3 of you that have donated. Sharing is the easiest free thing you can do for us. So silly. All right, we have a Sapphire over here. My office is out next to that field where we started, where we saw our Sandhill Cranes. So I just fired it up as I came on property. Hi. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. This is Sapphire. She's a female white tiger. She is easily hot and bothered, so I am not going to get any closer. Maybe she'll stay put. She has a big obsession with watching Aria, and really any female tiger that's on vacation. I'm not sure if she's really paying any attention to Max or not. You don't really care about the boys, you just want to intimidate the girls. Is that the thing? She is beautiful, that's for sure. Marcine, thank you very much for the donation. A lot of people don't realize that all of the white tigers in captivity have been man-made through a process of inbreeding. So breeding family members back to each other. Some of the cubs come out orange and some come out white. Some come out extremely disformed and with a lot of health issues and don't make it very long. If this were to occur in the wild, which you do see from time to time because of these animals losing their territory to humans, and so bloodlines are fewer and lesser, and so occasionally there might be a white cub born in the wild, but usually the mother will kill that cub off or they'll abandon it, and it won't last very long because they do not have camouflage. Is it Nikita? Thank you very much for the donation. I'm so sorry. I am terrible at names, and when people have these amazing, like, exotic, cool sounding names, I'm always like, I am gonna butcher that. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Thank you for laying there that long. I usually do not get that kind of attention out of her. She's usually up and gone, or she's roaring at the side of the enclosure. Thank you, Deb, for posting that. WhiteTigerLies.com is the best way for you to really learn about white tigers, and how if you're ever at a facility or, God heaven forbid, in a parking lot or something, and you see people saying that they're raising money for conservation to save the white tiger, that is insane. They don't need to be saved because they're not naturally occurring in the wild. They're being captively bred, and that money is going in those breeders' pockets. There's a lake view. I always love this time of year. Losing my thing here. I love this time of year because most people really enjoy that, you know, they have their 4 seasons wherever they're living, and I laugh because I'm like, well, eventually Florida does get different leaves. Our leaves change, our leaves fall. It just does it like a season behind everyone else, and it's still 70 degrees, which is awesome. So I can always tell by our sunsets too. Our fall and winter sunsets are gorgeous. So Beth Ann and her buddy Taylor are feeding. So these cats will have food over here, which is good. Good morning. We've been replacing the barricades in this area. Thank you, Sherry, very much. Really appreciate your donations. Don't want to distract Jasmine because she can be a picky eater. Oh, hi babe, I'm sorry. Didn't want to scare you either, but I didn't want to distract you. So what Max was laying in earlier, his feeding lockout, this is why, because this is where we feed the cats, hence feeding lockout. So it's just an extension off the side of the cage. It's a little box. If her little tail, big tail, would have been all the way in, you could hypothetically close that door and actually catch her in that section, and then you can transport them, or in her case, when cats go to and from vacation, they have to go through this elaborate tunnel system, and Jasmine hangs out in her lockout so that she cannot get anywhere near the passing by tiger. And we use it for medical purposes, feeding, observations, all that good stuff. But she can be a bit of a picky eater. She would want to interact and chuff at you more than eat her food, and we want her to eat. So we feed the cats every day between 8 and 9 a.m. And Beryl, thank you very much. Beryl, thank you very much for the donation. We change it up every single day. The cats get a large variety in their diet. So there's a link on our website that kind of explains more about feeding the cats, but they get a whole variety of things like chicken and beef and lamb and turkey. Smaller cats get fish. They get something that looks like ground up hamburger, which we call mush, but it's a carnivore diet. It's the whole animal ground up, so they're getting like the intestinal meat, all the kind of stuff that they would be getting in the wild, all the roughage. I'm so excited to see some of you that are donating that I haven't seen you on the live before, but then again, sometimes I'm not watching the comments, and sometimes I'm only seeing like half a comment at a time, because the more of you that are commenting, the faster they fly by. And all of a sudden it's like, I don't recall seeing anything specific this morning. It was just scrolling words. So she is probably gonna have a clean plate, which is awesome. I'm sure, yep, Miss Kali's already done. I was actually gonna go over and see if Simba wanted to hang out. I don't think I've shown Simba recently. We saw Kimba yesterday. We saw Kali yesterday as well. Good job, honey. Finish up. And it looks like Simba's already done, so. Hi, bud. Hi, did you get your Christmas tree? Did you get that Christmas tree? Did you tackle it? So this is Simba. It's a male tiger. He came in with Max, who we saw earlier in his lockout, and Kimba, who we saw yesterday. Oh, it's potty time. least he's going over there and not pointing it at me. He's very good at that. I'm glad you waited till I came over here with 500 people watching you go to the bathroom. These lives are unscripted, what can I say? Now he's like, I will go over here. Oh, and he laid down. What a silly boy. This is kind of his routine over here. He either lays in his pond or next to the lake and looks out over the lake. Hi, sir. You're eating grass? Hi, handsome. Ooh, you're so sweet. Yes, you are. So it looks like we have a lot of newcomers today. So something I like to point out to people is we don't want to see these cats in cages. These cats do not belong in cages. They should have been born wild and free, but instead people wanted to make money off of them or have them as pets. And for that, these cats were born and raised in cages by humans and can never be set free. So their best case scenario is to be rescued by an accredited sanctuary. We're accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. We don't buy, sell, trade, breed, or touch any of these cats. This is a retirement home, so we spend as much time as possible just giving them enrichment, giving them attention if they want it and not if they don't, and they get a healthy meal every day for them. The cats eat anywhere from, some of the smaller cats will eat about a pound up to these tigers, which can eat about 16 or 17 pounds. And cats in captivity, when you see them constantly pacing, self-mutilation, sucking on their tail, chewing on their feet, over-grooming, things like that, that's when you know that the cats are very unhappy. Our cats here, we try to give them as much space as humanly possible. We've got home tours on our YouTube page, dailybigcat.com. And I know I've done Simba's. Ooh, that noise he's making is a chuff. Simba and Kimba and Max came to us after being abused and used in the circus. For him, it was over a decade. He's over 10 years old. And they were in Guatemala, and Guatemala effectively shut down circuses using live animals. Unfortunately, the circus that these guys were a part of tried to hide and kind of went underground, and eventually they were tracked down by ADI, Animal Defenders International, and a bunch of lions and tigers were rescued, and we took 3 of them. And they were pretty beaten down mentally when they arrived, but Simba has definitely flourished. And the fact that he'll just chill here instead of constantly needing to move around and get away. And he has 3 swimming pools. He uses all of them. Got sunny for a second and now it's getting dreary again. I don't love that, but you know, if it's gonna be a rainy day, why not on a Monday? So I thought maybe we would head over and see Nikita. I know that you guys have Nikita's camera back, which is awesome. But we'll go see if we can get any closer. So it looks like Aaron is over taking care of Kimba. Right now, with Kimba being on his 30-day quarantine, it's only coordinators or staff members taking care of him. But she is over there cleaning, getting him some breakfast. That's Kimba. All right. Carol is here and she is flying a drone. Getting some kind of footage. I don't know if she's getting it all updated because soon, sometime this week, we should be releasing Poppy. Oh, there's Max Bobcat right in front of us. And the last time we had a Bobcat release, she sent the drone with us and it wasn't updated and no one could use it. So this time she's trying to make sure it is working. Hi, Maxie. Here's Max Bobcat. Up on his little hill. Sorry, this gate can be kind of tricky, so give me just a second. But she made an announcement that she was flying a drone and no one panicked because we've been calling the authorities on that and threatening to shoot them down from people flying drones over. Hi! Oh, where's little lady? Here's MaryAnn. I know you guys liked your Christmas tree. Hi! Yep. Yep. They got 2 Christmas trees because there are 2 cats. This is MaryAnn. And Mr. Max. Hi! Have you guys not had breakfast? That's why they were so eager to see me. They're like, food? Thanks. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, there he is. Where's Daz? He is such a big bobcat. Yep, they're just waiting on breakfast. Must have got started late. I know it's not ivermectin. I wonder what today is if food is running late. All right, we'll go back over to Nikita. I just got like excited because I never see them. Usually around breakfast time, as soon as Max and MaryAnn have eaten, they are gone. Sleeping somewhere or hiding in a den. Back to this gate. It's really hard to do with one hand. There we go. All right, let's go see Nikita. You guys saw Manny yesterday for a little bit, and he's out roaming somewhere. Yesterday was Manny's 3-year rescue anniversary. Over on Instagram, I posted photos from the day he arrived. It was quite a magical day. I'd never seen a Jaguar that close in person before. It was jaw-dropping, to say the least. All right, well, Nikki's been fed. Maybe their outs are just going slower. When we are training new feeders, it can take a lot longer. Hi, Knick-Knack. Bailey, we do have a volunteer and an intern program. It varies on when we're accepting people, but you can get all that information and all the people to reach out to for those various things if you go to our website, bigcatrescue.org/get-involved. It is a lot of hard work, and you would be here for several years before you would ever be working with the big cats. Hi, Nick. Oh, hi, big lady. That's my girl. This is Nikita. She's our only lion. Hi, hon. She is 19 years old. She was very badly declawed as a young cub. She does have quite a bit of arthritis. But she is doing so well for her age. As I mentioned earlier, we're a retirement home for these cats. If we rescue a cat, we vow to care for them for the rest of their life. They're never going to get passed off to somebody else. Whoa. That looks like a perfect place to hang out. That's perfect. Whoa. All the morning rubbins. I know that you've already had breakfast, so now it's grooming time. Oh, goodness sakes. No, let's hang out, lady. She's just gonna keep moving so that I see the back of her head. Good grief. Well, I can at least show you her puff. Look at that puff. My favorite lion feature is that puff on their tail. Boys and the girls have it. All right, can I come up this way? There we go. Oh no, honey buns. I don't have a scratcher, so I can't really help. We're just gonna keep working our way all the way down. Just tear through those palmettos. Use your tree to scratch then. Did you get enough? Yeah, I'll probably, you know me, I'll be bringing you treats later. It's my meds day, so I will see her later. Well, if you guys joined in late, we saw Amanda and Aria. We saw Sapphire and Max. We watched Jasmine eat a little bit. We saw Simba Tiger. We heard and kind of chatted about Kimba. We also showed Kimba yesterday with the information that we know there. Now we're here with Miss Nikki. If you ever miss these or come in late, you can rewatch them. And they all go to dailybigcat.com. It's our secondary YouTube page. There's a Q&A with Brittany playlist. There's a home tour playlist. And there's basically every live that we do ends up over there. If you like the more produced and tailored videos, especially about enrichment and facts and frequently asked questions and things like that, that is at bigcattv.com. You are so goofy. She's found ways to groom. See, she can lick the wire and get it wet, and then she can rub against it. She gets stuck. Thank you, Michael, for the donation, pushing us up and over 200 today. Thank you very much for that. We are a nonprofit, so 100% of your donations goes to the care of the cats. You guys are why we're able to give them such spacious enclosures and build them swimming pools and buy them new toys and make all kinds of holiday enrichment. This time of year, they're getting their Christmas trees. They just all got turkeys and hens for Thanksgiving, paper enrichment. You are so goofy. I just love you. Yes, I do. You're so silly. It's a nice cool breeze blowing in. Oh. Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know if Nikki got her tree. I mentioned it yesterday. I've been a little bummed out. Thank you, Shauna, for the donation. This is one of my favorite times of the year because of all the enrichment we hand out and doing the trees and things like that. And this year, just because of schedules and just things being crazy, it seems like Afton's only able to hand stuff out on the 2 days that I'm not here, Fridays and Saturdays. So I didn't get to see Carol's live in its entirety, but I know it was like the Outback Cats. And then I was here for some of the Servals last week, but unless I physically see it in their enclosure, which I don't see hers from here, we would have had to give you like 10 of those trees though. They're so small this year. They were very small. Apparently the channels that we had to go through to get enough Christmas trees, they are just smaller than normal, but they still smell just as strong, which is the most important part. It's really all about the smell on the trees that probably get them the most excited, because it's the same thing with our paper enrichment, paper bags, perfume tubes, things like that. It's all about the spices and scents that you put on it. And the way those pine trees smell is just incredible. And imagine being a cat where you smell like 6 times stronger. So who's best girl? Is it you? Yes, you know it's you. You know it's you. Well, I think we're going to end on this Zen moment now that she's settled. My goal is to keep bringing you guys lives every day until I go on vacation, or I have my normal days off, of course, but try to make up for so many days without them. I know, I'm grumbly when I have to get up too. It's no fun. She's like, okay, well, I'll end this live by walking away. She's got to decide where she's going to hang out all day. So again, if you want to keep watching Nikita or Max on vacation or Cyrus on funcation or any of our live cameras, just go to bigcatcams.com. Find your favorite cat. Could be Loki. Could be Angel. So many options. And I will see you guys again soon. Take care, everybody.